Hey guys, Mr. T here. This is another video. This one is on break-even price. So if you buy shares and then sell them at the same exact price you bought them for, you are not going to break even. You're actually going to lose money. Now why is that? That's because the brokerage and the GST happens on both transactions, and they're both costs. They're both fees that you pay when you're buying and selling. So you're losing money at both ends. The brokerage to the stockbroker and the GST to the government. So the break-even price, the idea of break-even for shares is the price that the shares you can sell them for where you don't lose any money. You don't gain any money either, but exactly where your earnings are zero. So you're not worse off, you're not any better off. And obviously, because the brokerage and the GST are fees on both ends, the break-even price is always going to be higher than the buying price of the shares in the first place. So there's two formulas you need to be aware of for calculating the break-even price of shares, and it depends on whether the brokerage is given as a percentage or if the brokerage is given as a flat fee. So let's have a look at how these work, or what they are to start off with. So if the brokerage is a percentage rate, you need to use this formula. So this is something you're just going to chuck in your cheat sheet. So the break-even price is equal to, now the top line is B bracket 1 plus 1.1 times by R, end bracket over the bottom line 1 take 1.1 times by R. Now that B stands for the buying price of the shares, it's given in the question, and R is the brokerage rate as a decimal. So the brokerage rate is given as a percentage. How do you convert that to a decimal? You divide it by 100. So that's the formula you use if the brokerage is given as a percentage. If the brokerage is given as a flat fee, which it can be, you're going to use this formula. It's a bit simpler. The break-even price is going to be 2.2 times by F divided by N, and then once you work that out, then you add B. So what do these variables stand for? B is the buying price of the shares, F is the brokerage flat fee that you're given in the question, and then N is the number of shares bought. So this one you need to know one other piece of information. You need to know the number of shares bought, whereas previously you only needed to know two bits of information. You only need to know the brokerage and the buying price. Here you need to know those two and the number of shares bought. So let's see these two in action. So the first example being find the break-even price for shares bought at 5.80 each, given a brokerage rate of 2%. So am I working out here? Break-even price is going to be that formula I've just given you, 1 plus 1.1 R over 1 take 1.1 R. So we need to fill in what B is, which is the buying price, $5.80, 1 plus 1.1 times by the interest rate. Sorry, not the interest rate, the brokerage rate is 2%, so as a decimal that is 0.02, end bracket, divided by 1 take 1.1 times by the brokerage rate as a decimal, which is again 0.02. So now we need to work out the top line, make sure we do BEDMAS, so clear out the brackets first. So it's doing me 5.80. Now 1.1 times by 0.02, add 1. It's going to be 1.022 over 1 take, and then 1.1 times by 0.02. 0.022. So that comes to 5.8 times by 1.022. 5.9276 over 1 take 0.022. 0.978. Finish the solution up here. 5.9276 divided by 0.978. 6.06 to 2 decimal points. So answer the question, therefore break even price is break-even price is $6.06. Alright, so that's the first more difficult formula. Let's do another example where the break-even price is being calculated for a flat brokerage fee. So the break-even price for 400 shares bought at $3.25 each and a flat brokerage fee of $20. So the break-even price is a simpler formula this time, is 2.2F over N plus B. We need to fill in the unknown, so 2.2, just double check what F stands for, is the brokerage flat fee. So it's going to be times by 20 divided by N, which is the number of shares bought, 400, plus B, which is the buying price, $3.25. So clear the top and the bottom lines. 2.2 times by 20, 44 over 400, still adding 3.25. Now work out the fraction. 0.11 plus 3.25. Now add that. 3.36. Therefore, the break-even price is $3.36. So that's an example, well, two examples actually, of using the two break-even formulae. You need to use them, the correct one, based on how your brokerage is given. This if it's a percentage, this if it's a flat fee. Hopefully that helps you out, and I'll see you in the next video.